The Black Arts Movement Business District Fest is a multi-day, multi-venue festival celebrating Black art, culture, and economics in Oakland. Here to chat more about the upcoming event is Director of Olivia Film and Culture, Shaka Jamal. Shaka Jamal, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. The BAMBD Fest.
Yes.
Kind of a mouthful there, but amazing. Doing so many wonderful things, highlighting Black culture, film, so many awesome things. But for those who have maybe never heard of BAMBD Fest, give us an overall view of what it is.
Well, the BAMBD Fest, the Black Arts Movement Business District in Oakland, it's going to be at the new BAM House, the new Black Arts Movement House at 1540 Broadway, and it will highlight film, culture, theater, music, poetry, anything you can think of for Black culture will be highlighted through this entire month of August, which we call Black August, in commemoration of revolutionaries, fallen soldiers, and those locked up in their pursuit for freedom for the Black revolutionary movement.
Wow, so it sounds like a lot of amazing things that people can partake in this festival.
That's right.
Just experiencing so much beauty that the Black culture has to offer. But what are some of the events that are happening during this festival?
Well, I was brought on to curate the BAMBD Film Festival.
Yeah.
The 13th, we have my film that I produced and directed called I Am Hope, about a yoga program that I ran in East Oakland at Frick Middle School. It talks all about how the kids were introduced to yoga, how they resisted it, and how they took it on as their own.
Wow.
Right? Tuesday, the 16th, the 15th, the Dr. Matulu Shakur doc, Dope is Death, which is about the acupuncture program that he was running in New York to help people get off of heroin. All right? And then the following day, we also have Tupac Shakur. A Life in 10 Pictures, which chronicles his life through the eyes of photographers in 10 different pictures, from the time he was a young boy in New York to the iconic photo with him and Suge Knight on the Las Vegas Strip. I'm also a co-director of that one and featured in the doc.
Oh, amazing. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I'd like to get into more details on that, with how much of this work is your own and what went into creating these amazing films and documentaries.
Well, I Am Hope was a film that was shot pre-COVID.
That's a long time ago.
That's a long time ago. But during COVID, we collected all the footage that was shot of the program, right? I was hired to come in and teach yoga. I said, what happened to all that footage that people would take of the program? Took 3-4 months to track down the footage from different people and then work with the crew to put all that footage together over the course of COVID, right? And now the film is coming out, premiering here in Oakland. It's been accepted to multiple film festivals, and now it's just time to get it out there to the world.
That's so amazing. Congrats on all of that work.
Thank you.
It must be very rewarding to kind of see it surface and everyone's able to come and enjoy so much of the work that you put your time into.
Definitely. Looking most forward to the kids who are in the program, right? To come and then see themselves 3, 4, 5 years back. You know, and just see everything that we went through to get to this point.
Well, tell me a little bit about some of the things that it takes to create films and documentary highlighting Black culture and Black stories.
It takes a team. No one person can do it on their own. So it takes, you know, you have the cinematographers, editors, directors, producers, and then the people who come in front of the camera, who I got to give a lot of thanks to, who they revealed themselves in a way that they normally wouldn't. And it's my job to go back and tell that story in an authentic way that highlights who they are and where they come from, and something that may not be seen in mainstream media.
And we were talking a little bit about some of the films, but you said that there's other forms of art that will be featured in the BAMBD Fest.
Oh yeah, there's going to be lots of theater and lots of plays, right, coming in through the film festival. It's going to be poetry and musical performances, dance pieces, anything you can think of. It's going to be there every single day of the week. And
how many days will the festival take place?
It's going to take like 31 days. From the 1st of August through September 1st will be the last day.
So we're actually already in the mix of it.
Yes, we are.
But people can come next week, and this coming week, what can they expect this coming week specifically?
This coming week specifically is the film festival aspect. The 13th, the 15th, and the 16th, showing those films.
Wonderful. And what do you hope that viewers take away from this viewing experience if they were to come and see the films and the beautiful art?
Well, I really want people to see the strength and the power of the youth, right? Who are our next leaders that will be coming up, and all the energy and the love that we need to invest in them so that when the mantle is passed over to them, they can do a good job with that. Also, people can see a lot of the work that is being done in the black community that may not be seen in the mainstream media. All the positive work that people are putting in from the acupuncture programs, yoga programs, arts programs, education programs, anything that you can think of.
Ah, so wonderful. And there's a lot of great things, like you said, that people can check out.
Yeah.
And why was it, Shaka Jamal, so important to create a festival like this and put a festival like this on?
The festival was created by Dr. Ayodele Word Slanger Nzinga, who is the first Oakland Poet Laureate.
Wow.
So she has poetry that's as big as an old phone book.
Really?
Right? So she works with Marvin X, who was part of the Black Arts movement from the 60s and 70s. People like Nikki Giovanni, Audre Lorde, Amiri Baraka. So it comes out of these arts movements that were happening during the civil rights movement and the Black Power movement, right? So we said, oh, Oakland was a big part of that also, right? We have the Black Panthers, right? So they wanted something in the space with this Black Arts movement space where people could come and share their art. They could share their revolutionary political thought, how they can uplift their own people without depending on anyone else. So that's why this festival was created by Dr. Nzinga. And she's been in the movement for a long time, and everyone that she knows is a part of it.
And Shaka Jamal, this all sounds incredible. I know some of our viewers are probably curious. How do they participate in the BAMBD Festival?
Okay. You have to go to my Instagram, Shaka Jamal, at SHAKAJAMAL. There's a ticket link in my bio. From there, you can see all the different films and get linked into the BAMBD Film Festival website.
Amazing.
You can check out all the other plays and performances that's happening throughout the month.
Wonderful. Shaka Jamal, thank you so much for joining us here today on Live at Bay. We appreciate it. Of course.